He's a whopping 6 foot 2 inches tall and has a reach of 74.5 inches.
We'll be talking about this fight for years to come. This is one of those classic fights that everybody wants to see.
Here comes Dmitry Bivol, one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world today. He's as humble as he is dominating, the light heavyweight champion of the world. It's the Mexican monster.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, fighting out of Kyrgyzstan by way of Russia, presenting the acclaimed light heavyweight champion of the world, introducing Dmitry Bivol. Fighting out of the blue corner from Phoenix, Arizona, an all-action, exciting two-division champion of the world, known as the Mexican Monster, David Benavidez.
What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
You know, look at the stars, ex-fighters, ex-champions ringside. That's what these fights do. That's what these venues do.
What a great venue and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this one. Many said this fight would never happen, and yet here it is, and here we go. Solid punch. Caution being thrown to the wind. Jab to the body. Haven't seen a lot of those. Really good buzz in the air tonight. This crowd waiting for something special.
Can you imagine walking into this town, walking into an arena with such noise, people chanting your name? You can't even hear your corner man whisper in your ear. I've been in situations like that where it can be terrorizing if you haven't got your wits about it.
A real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Jab just got blocked. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Big swing and a miss with the hook. Throw a shot, they get countered. That jab doesn't find a home. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Bivol in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Into it. Now it's a tougher fight, and he's going to play well.
Here we go. It's round 2. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
This counter-puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Hard, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be honest. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Throws the jab, but does not score. Time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. These two are the perfect dance partners.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
counter shot lands. That counter shot lands. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. That left hook doesn't find its target. Good counter punching. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Bivol on that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards, going to need a knockout.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
Get out there and switch on. Get this beautiful.
That's it. Start sticking a few body shots in there.
Go out there and win this.
There's the bell to start round 3. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Trying for a knockout. Nice defense there, blocking the hook. That counter punch caught him clean. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nobody home with that hook. Beautiful counter shot. How about that time counter shot? I guess showboating is part of their plan. You'd like to see more jabs. Every time they drop their guard. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Bivol on that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
Breathe. Just get your breath.
Don't give him anything. Go back and win the rounds, right?
But you'll take him out. He's too tired. He's not getting back up.
I need you to get back out there. I need you to win this round. Get your mind back. Get your focus back. Get that jab back. Just box him, be smart, get your shots off, and don't give in.
You're doing good, kid. You're doing good. Same again.
Round that you've lost, don't worry about it. Don't worry about that round.
On to the 4th we go. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Which fighter will say no mas? What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Swinging big and missing big with that hook. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
loosen things up here. Let's see how he does with this fancy footwork. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
When you have a fighter that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
They exchange punches. Vivo on that last round. Well, we're entering destiny. Back into the fray here in round 5. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him up. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
So he's going to drop his arms down here. Not sure that's the wisest decision. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. That counter shot lands. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
And he scores with the counter. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Vivo on that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, you know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Slick. I need you to switch back on. Get focused. Get your minds on the job.
Those 1-2 straight down the middle.
And there's the bell for round 6. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then, put the pressure on.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? So close to that uppercut. A perfect counter lands. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Beautiful counter punch. This fighter's certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That hook was off target. Where did that come from? Down they go! We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
That's lights out right there.
It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. Let's talk about Bivol in that last round. You've got to wonder. Here we go. It's round 7. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
His stamina is off the charts. Those counter punches have to hurt. Punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You've just got to put in a guess.
Nice idea with the hook, but that's blocked. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. That counter punch caught him clean. No rest for the weary. Both men step back for just a moment. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Bivol in that last round. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have.
There's a lot of...
And they're back at it again here in round 8. Let's see how much recovery they saw there in the last minute.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me, personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. They'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
Some fighters are just gifted with such.
I want to see that again, but from a different angle.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels. Look at there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. And he's out of there.
Halfway through the round, and I think we all know who's winning here.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
What heart, what desire, but at what cost? And now Dimitri Bivol is dazed. A unanimous decision win.
Unanimous? You know what? Smart that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. And every round in the bag, there was no argument, no discussion.